How's it going, bro? So, diving into chapter 10 of The Way of the Superior Man, it is titled Enjoy Your Friend's Criticism. And in my opinion, this is one of the most, if not the literal most important chapter in the whole book. And I think I should start off by giving you an example. Say now, some random guy walks past you and you don't have blue hair. I assume most of you don't have blue hair, but say he walks past you, he's like, "Hey, you idiot, you look idiotic with the blue hair." You're not going to respond, or you're going to look at him like, "What? You make no sense." Now, that's how you should be responding to a lot of criticism, in the sense that a lot of it wouldn't be meaningful. It would be random people trying to either, then they're not happy with your success, because if you're on this journey, your chances are you ahead in life compared to a lot of people. So there's that category of people. Ignore them. But now if you look at your friends who's on this journey with you, or even better, they've accomplished something you haven't, then 100% enjoy the criticism. Don't brush it off and be like they don't know what they're talking about, because there's a good chance they do. So going back to the example from earlier, say you in the gym, and I'm going to sound offensive here, but this really obese, overweight guy comes up to you and says, "Hey man, you overweight, you should do X, Y, and Z." And frankly, he's overweight, so yes, he might know what to do, but there's a good chance there's no actual value in his advice, and since that there's no proof of his achievement in this respect. But on the flip side, say you have a really fit guy come up to you, and this fit guy is like, "Hey bro, I see you doing exercise X, Y, and Z. You might be wanting to lose a little bit of weight and get a bit more fit. Here's what I did." Now that sort of, it's not necessarily criticism, but that sort of advice is definitely useful to you. Another thing is, say a big YouTuber comes to my comment section and says, "Hey, I know you have a weird camera angle, and look at it, it's not that weird, kind of is weird though." And anyway, say he says I have a weird camera angle going on here. Chances are he's giving me advice from experience, and it's probably then useful advice. Definitely should incorporate it. So, the title of this chapter is talking about your friend's criticism, and I think the idea behind that is oftentimes your friends would know you better and would be better equipped to give you basic good advice, especially more so if they've achieved in the area that you want to. But I don't think it should be limited to your friend's criticism or advice either, in the sense that if you see someone who's achieved what you've achieved, and you can see there's no ulterior motive in them trying to help them, that's a big point, but see there's no ulterior motive, then 100% take their advice. They're probably going to get you to the point you want to get to much quicker than what you're actually going to get there otherwise. I think another useful thing is, and this is a controversial point, but think about it. As a masculine guy, you probably get to respond to criticism as almost like a challenge. So say now, again, I'm going to sound very offensive in this video. This is the only my ideas that come to mind. But say you're obese. Just take the example. Say you're obese. Weigh like freaking 200 kilos, 300 kilos, whatever the case is. And we're running around the block. And I'm trying to like cheer you on and trying to get you to run as fast as me. I turn around and say, "Hey, come on, fatty. You need to run faster," or say something like that. Yes, it's going to sound very offensive, 100% it is. But you can probably tell I'm saying it out of like challenging you, trying to get you better, that sort of thing. Now flip that with the scenario of an absolute douchebag, someone you don't like, someone who you might not even know, turns around, does the same thing, say, "Hey, come on, fatties, run faster." Now that's going to sound a lot more offensive to you, 100% it is. Of course it's offensive in both scenarios, but it sounds more offensive when a complete stranger says it and someone who you know isn't doing it out of respect and almost like love for you, but just to be mean. So take that scenario. Try to cheer you on, but also try and say, "Hey, you need to be going a bit faster." And I think that's the good kind of criticism. Yes, it probably is going to hurt you a bit. It's probably going to even bruise your ego a bit. But I think that's going to almost open your eyes, or open some ideas on where you should improve and how you can improve. I think that's a good way for me to sum up this chapter. For me, the overall message is, take the criticism from useful sources, whether that be a really good friend or someone who's in a position where that you want to get to. Not all the time, but oftentimes they'll be giving you advice from a place of love, or at least from a place of respect. And that's a criticism that you want to take, because oftentimes that supposed criticism is actually going to be some sort of advice as opposed to raw criticism, or if it's not advice, it's going to be cheering on, like the you running example. I'll see you in the next one, bro.